Upgrade. It's a new thriller, vendetta. It's a mix of Day Wish, futurist. It's gonna be good. There are not many good movies trying to compete this weekend. This is a low budget, but the commercials look with great fighting, something different. We'll see. Your reviews with me, Frankie D, coming up. Lick Wiggin is one of the directors in this movie. He's very famous for Indicious, and he done all the Indicious movies and most of the thrillers, the kind of horror movies, and he's directing this one. And Logan Marshall Green is the actor. There are not many famous actors in this movie. There are. It's a small budget, you can tell. But the trailers, a lot of people were talking about it on the trailers because the fighting is a little bit unusual. It's a little bit the way the camera moves, and it was intriguing. And I say, okay, well, let's see this movie. There's not much to see this weekend. It's only the few movies coming up because nobody want to compete with Deadpool, the Avengers, and let's see what's happened. And this is technically we see this before. It's like a dead wish. This is a guy who just remodel old cars, set up in the future and not too distant future. Most of the cars are self-driving. They are flying drones, vigilantes, watching around with the police, and there's a guy with his wife. They go on a mission to uh, come back from dropping a car that he fixed, and the car malfunction and they crash, and you see this on the trailer. They kill her. They they shot him. They paralyzed him, and somebody offered him just what about if you can change your life? If I put a chip uh, in your spine, and you will be able to walk. He's quadriplegic. He can walk. He can move, and the stem is the call or the chip they're gonna do. Well, he said yes, and this here we go. It's just we see this before. It's a guy who tried revenge and the vendetta, the dead wish, whatever you want to call the death of his wife, and one by one start killing. But something's coming up with a little twist. I like the action, uh, how they just did the fighting is something unusual. It's a little bit because the chip control and take control of his body when he can do the self defense against the fighting, and it does something very robotic, uh, very different. Some of the fights are something you don't see before, and that was cool. The music is a lot of electro music, and it went well done. Honestly, uh, even so you don't recognize any actors, and even so they just uh, you don't see anybody famous, and it's not a major studio releasing. I was surprised. I was taken by the movie. The movie's only an hour and 35 minutes, and thank God you don't need more than that. I would say an hour and a half because 5 minutes would be the credits, and it goes smooth. It's go keep going and going and going, and it have a nice twist. If you watch a movie, you can predict what happened in part of the ending because you can figure it out. Maybe you don't. I did, but it surprised me and shocked me because it was a little double twist in the ending, and that I didn't expect. And it was well done, well act, well direct, right to the point. The music, very psychedelic, very techno. It was well done with place in the place. And it's a go, it's a must go, or just forget about it. To me, it's a go. I'm surprised. I didn't expect I'm gonna like it, but it's a go. It's a good entertainment. This is what it is. It's already art. This is a lot of killing and gore a little bit, but not much of the gore, just only a few scenes. But it's the action, it's the fighting, and it's just the story. We see this before, but unless it's well done, uh, you don't recommend it. And this was well done. I was surprised for the small studio and a small release like this did a good movie. So to me, yes, it is a go. Surprisingly, Upgrade is a go. You will have a good time if that's the kind of movie you like. Um, I hope you like what I did. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down and tell me why. And until the next time, keep going to the movie, support your theater, and ciao.